Okay, we're gonna try this again. I got weak signal, so but all the canoes are coming in. All the wild rice.
Cool.
What do you have to do with this?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're dumping it on here. That way we can clean everything off. And we'll let it dry out. Once we get all the rest of the boats, we'll put it up in the sun to dry. And I think Lee said it usually takes about 3 days to dry it, and then it's ready to arch and winnow.
I guess they're coming out again tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yep. So.
Yeah, there's so much paint. Yeah. All that good for that one.
That's good. Cool. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some beds out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just bring it right up over here in a second. Help them out, man.
I know my job is going to be sitting on the shore cleaning. No.
That should be last boat, right?
I think that's the last one, yeah.
Oh, y'all got a lot. Oh, this is.
Wow.
No. Oh, out of the boat.
They did.
Yeah, this is a lot.
I don't know if we picked out our lease.
Yeah, America was good harvesting.
What was that? They got twice as much of us?
How good?
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a hard time steering.
Yeah, it's
Right?
hard to get a hang of a little bit, especially because it's like you really have to like twist your legs and put your body into it. So like, yeah,
Hey, nice load.
I was worried.
You sure?
Yeah.
Good work.
Thanks.
So what we're going to do, you guys, I have to run my equipment home, some of it tonight. I'm coming back tomorrow, hopefully about noontime. I know somebody's going to be camping over here tonight. That's good. Tina's going to be camping. We're going to be back about noontime. Do not wait for us. Don't go by yourself ricing. Take at least 2 canoes, because if somebody gets into trouble, we need to know about that, right? And tomorrow we can talk about a couple more details about mud balls, finishing it, how to harvest rice for seeds. We're going to take some of these seeds, and we've already put, on the way back in here, this last part of the river, we put some of the seeds in the water. But what I do traditionally, what I want to make sure is that if you guys show up at somebody else's rice camp, you won't be embarrassed, and you'll have some social graces. When you go to somebody's rice camp, I always give my first canoe to the community. And the second thing is, it's not an observation thing, and you guys are not that way. Jump in and help. And if you're doing around somebody to help you. But it's not good to go to a rice camp and watch people work. Not a good thing. Really good load here, Desmond.
Good.
Really good.
Yeah, this looks great.
I'm gonna have to start taking Antonio with me more often now.
Yeah.
Hey, I was doing someone too.
Oh, that's right. It's you. That wasn't him.
Yeah. She was.
All right, it's you and Leah. Now pick all those sticks out of the right. See America? Get in there, put your knees on the ground, pick all the sticks out. Now what's happening is, You should be picking sticks out the whole time when you're ricing. Because elders always say, clean your rice, clean your rice. That guy, he doesn't clean his rice. Then you want to buy or eat your rice if they don't think you clean your rice. As you can see, all these bugs are leaving the tarp. You don't want to put fresh rice in your car because you will have bugs all over your car. If it's on a tarp for an hour, a lot of the bugs will leave, okay? So get all the sticks out. There's some will leap over to your upper left right there, see it? I'm not lazy. I'm not just bossing you guys around. I've done this before, trust me. But always clean your rice. People will look good in you, that you're taking care of it. You're making sure it's good. Because you don't want to grind up or dance on sticks or leaves that are not part of the rice. Get them in your food. Okay, and then the good thing is now we're going to take this rice back up to where the other rice is drying. Oh, there's more in that one?
Yeah,
good,
there's some in there
good.
too.
Yeah, there's more over here.
And that's another thing too. That canoe that's got flakes in it, you might not want to use that one or sandblast it and repaint it again.
Okay.
Because we don't want paint chips, boat, or anything inside the rice that's formed. And I'm glad you noticed that. So we're always cleaning our rice. It's just in 2 days, when you took a test knock Friday, this rice has ripened up quite a bit just in 2 days, the last 2 days. And the rain yesterday was not hard enough to knock off rice. But if it's a little bit harder rain, it'll knock off the available rice. This kind of speaks opposite of that, so it wasn't that too big of a hard rain yesterday. But I've been on lakes that are ready to harvest, and a big storm comes in, knocks all the rice off.
Dad,
Yes, sweetie?
is one big enough to make frog legs out of?
I will cook it if you can eat it. You can eat it all, but it's up to you myself. Do you want frog legs? I will cook it if you want frog legs.
I caught some dinner.
If anybody wants to see how we eat frog legs, we're going to do it real quickly. That's about the starters for frog legs. You know?
Frog soup.
Yeah.
I thought it would be okay if I eat it.
But yeah, you know, our kids, you know, most of my kids, they've eaten things that, you know, well, he's bringing me a frog leg to cook up, so that sounds something. But it's, but this is normal food here. This is normal food. You know, cows aren't normal, sheep aren't normal, pigs aren't normal. Beavers, muskrats, frog legs, snakes. I'm going to go up and show you how to do it. Yep, I'm gonna make sure. There's something right here.
What's this white stuff?
That's what I'm going to show you. This is a smut. Okay? Sometimes you'll see a whole field with these white things on there. And you just, if you're seeing it when you push pull, you just want to tell the person, don't knock on this side or don't knock on that side. So there's several of them right here. You want to get them out. You want to get every little leaf out of here. Every little stick like this, right? Always clean your rice. Because when you dance on this, if you don't clean it, you know what's going to happen. That's going to get ground into your food, right?
So the bugs will just leave?
They will in an hour, especially when we get it up to the sun. They're starting to get out of here right now. See all these different bugs in here? Now, when we is that canoe empty yet? Let's get that canoe emptied here. Let's put this right here for a little bit so we can kind of clean his rice and make sure we get the stuff out of there. He's going to bring the other canoe up here to get it. So at a landing, sometimes, you know, one canoe will fill up a tarp, right? Or two tarps sometimes. So we bring the canoes in, we have a spot where the rice can get dumped into, then we take it up, we keep it. And on a rice camp, you're going to have half a dozen tarps or dozen tarps. Somebody's got to keep track of what's been drying for 3 days, 2 days, and 1 day, because you're going to parch the 3-day rice first, right? So somebody has to be aware of it. My memory tells me that if you come in with, if 5 people are responsible, it's going to screw up. One person needs to be responsible, and maybe have an ally or a friend that can step in for it. But if too many people are responsible, there's too many cracks. And you know, I was joking yesterday about I have the expertise to watch wild rice dry for 3 days. It has to happen. And if you just leave that cart there, animals get to it, the wind could pick it up, it could start raining and you might not get back there in time. You have to watch the rice dry, you know. It's, maybe that's why I like to rice for those 3 days of just watching it dry. You know, my paddles and my push poles are keeping it dry on the side, but not during the middle of the season. But it's but there's times to rest and do that kind of stuff too, you know, and enjoy time. Desmond asked, you know, what do you do for training? Well, you take it under a tarp. I have a big, they call it BFT, big freaking tent. I use for a warehouse. I'll pull my rice inside there to dry at nighttime, or if it's a lot of dew point in the moisture in the atmosphere, I'll bring it at nighttime because in the morning it might just be all wet on top. But when you're dealing with hundreds of pounds of rice, you just keep on turning it. You leave it out all night because it's too much trouble. A little rain maybe, but a lot of rain you got to bring it in. But the rice sometimes can be piled up on a tarp like this even. Just keep on turning it because it's to get it dry, you know. So you use a plastic rake or even shovels and pitchforks to keep on turning this rice.
He's still alive.
So Lee, there's a question on Facebook as to when the rice gets danced on.
After 3 days of drying and the rice being parched,
Okay.
that'll make the husk brittle, and then we can dance it off. And we're going to do that again this afternoon for some of the rice. So yeah, this is,
Cool.
we have all the canoes up, right? So let's go ahead and get these 4 corners pulled, and we're going to take it up next to the rice. What I want you to notice now is that right away, this rice is going to look different than that rice. It's only been there for an hour, not even an hour. But you're going to see the difference between fresh rice and rice that's been off the lake for a little bit. Hold on. I've seen the flakes right here, right?
Oh my gosh.
Right.
You're welcome, Ethan.
Yep. Well, that's this rice here. We're going to be really careful with.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one
Right.
There's the one pile.
power wash.
Sandblast.
Sandblast, power wash. Right.
Power, but definitely sandblast to get it off. It'd be better.
Yes, it's up there at the camp. I have the knife.
No rush, I just
No, no.
wanted to make sure.
I remember I took it out
I
specifically.
should have given you the holster.
No, if you don't give me the whole thing.
Okay, Facebook,
We'll
log off here. You can watch all these live feeds in moments,
Here it is.
and then I'll come back on for part 2. Probably a good hour or so. Thanks for watching.